Today I'm going to try and show you how to scan in 35mm film that you've shot with your toy camera like a Blackbird fly or a Diana or a Holga that you've modified to include the sprockets, that is exposing the film all the way to the edges. I'll show you an example. Here's a Blackbird fly image and you can see the sprocket holes and then film ID on the edges, and this is a image from a modified Diana without a dedicated 35mm back. I've just modified it to take 35mm film, and you can see the tutorial on that on my website www.theplasticlens.com, but you get the idea. I'm using a Canon scanner. I hope these instructions can translate to other scanners if you happen to be using a different scanner. I'm just using this toolbox here and going to the scan, one of the scan windows. Now the important thing to note here is there's a box to tick for displaying the scanner driver. If you don't have that ticked, you'll get these other options, but it won't give you as much control. So click the display the scanner driver box and choose a program you want your finished scan to go to, and then click scan and it will bring up the preview window. In the preview window in this software you have a simple mode and an advanced mode. You want to choose the advanced mode. If you're using color negatives, choose color negative. If you do not see this vertical oblong scanning area, it could be that you have the thumbnail preview turned on. That's this little icon up in the top left corner. Make sure you can see that, otherwise it won't work. Now I'm assuming you've removed the inside lid of your scanner and you have loaded the mask of your choice. I've made a homemade mask to put the 35mm negatives in, and the reason you need to have a modified mask is because if you use the standard mask size it will actually mask off the sprockets, and that would defeat the whole purpose of scanning in the sprockets. So we click preview, wait for the lamp to warm up, and it will preview your negative that you've placed in the scanner. So here we can see the preview of the scanned negative. You'll note that the negative has this really nice blue tint like a cyanotype. That's because the scanner is automatically adjusting the tone settings for what's in this box here. In order to get normal tones you have to have the crop area inside the sprocket holes. If you adjust it to include the sprocket hole, the machine will automatically adjust the tone and you'll get that really weird blue tint. So by changing the margins of the cropping area to inside the sprocket holes, you can get it looking reasonably normal. Once you've done that, you need to come across to the exposure and tone settings and click the set button. That will lock in that exposure tone setting, and then you can adjust your margins to include the sprocket holes. If you want to get even more control, you can then zoom in so I've now zoomed into that area where I can now adjust the margins of my scanning area to go right to the edges of the film. And this back to front. Oh, there we go. Oh, occasionally when you're scanning you'll get a black screen. That means the auto tone's done something funny. So turn auto tone off and then you can turn it back on again. If you want to get more control of your tonal areas, you can also click on this histogram box here, which allows you to adjust various aspects of your scan area before you scan. But that's not what we're showing you today. We're just showing you how to scan in the sprocket holes. Once you're happy with the area that you've selected, then you can simply press scan and it will now scan in that area for you. So that's it. Hopefully I've shown you how to do it properly. This is Cameron from www.theplasticlens.com signing off.